Hi divas, welcome back. Before we get into this video, I just want to say I'm so sorry for being so delayed with my videos. September and October, I did a lot of traveling and I had intended to make videos before I would travel so that way everything would be posted, but that just ended up not working out. I'm getting back into that schedule and we will be consistent, trust. Today, this is going to be my September and October favorites. Seeing that it's almost November, I thought it would be stupid to do two separate videos. So I'm just gonna combine both my September and October favorites into one because I feel like both of those being like travel heavy months for me, it was a lot more about experiences versus like physical items. And I thought that would be nice to combine them because both of those trips, one was to New York and one was to LA, were really good for me. I had a wonderful time. Very excited to talk about it and share it with you. And also, seeing as this video is being posted the day before Halloween, I'm wearing a costume from one of my favorite movies. Or not a costume, but do you know who she is? I'm on my bed, so it's kind of hard to like show you without standing up. But this plaid mini skirt and the itchiest fucking most uncomfortable blue sweater ever, but matches the outfit exactly. Liv Tyler from Empire Records. Favorite movie. And that's my favorite character from that movie. So let's get into it, my September and October favorites. My first one are the purchases that I got from With Jean at their Soho store in New York on my birthday. I got a dress and a crop top. Let me show you the dress first, which if you follow me on Instagram, you have seen her because I've been wearing her like fucking crazy. She was also in my New York vlog. It's a halter tie like around the neck, really deep low back, which is super sexy. This like grayish brown color, some belts on it. I'm obsessed with her. I was deciding between that one and the butter yellow one, and I'm glad I went with this dark brown because as we all know, dark brown's my favorite color, but this matches my black boots so perfectly in a way that I don't think the butter yellow would have. And I knew I wanted this dress going into the store. We got there with like 20 minutes until it was about to close. So me and Sarah were like, okay, get in, get out, like, let's go. And then the top I got, navy blue crop top, and it says if lost return to, and then the address of the New York store. This is an in-store exclusive. There's only one With Jean store, like a brick and mortar store in the United States. I don't even know if they have one in Australia where the brand originated from, but in the US they only have a New York location, and they started selling this exclusive shirt to that store the day before my birthday, and they had my size, so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. I have to do it. And it's so cute because I've been wanting more like cropped baby tees, kind of elevated basic ones. So I love these two. I'm super happy with them. I've worn them both out many times. Also, if you're ever like in the Soho area, New York, their store is fucking beautiful. I would spend every day of my life in there if I could. It's so beautiful. And next we have matcha. So throughout the past few months, actually like for most of this year, I've been trying to get into matcha because of my dear friend Becky. She's like the matcha queen to me. She knows her shit about matcha. She makes good matcha. I've only had bad experiences with matcha beforehand, but it was from like Starbucks, which like fuck Starbucks. So I was like, I want to like get into matcha proper, like see if I can find ones that I like. And throughout these past 2 weeks while I was in LA, I was staying with Becky. I got a lot of matcha. In Phoenix, Arizona, there's Aftermarket, which I like their matcha. It's not my favorite matcha in the world. I haven't experimented with a lot of like Arizona Phoenix ones. Prefer my matcha to be sweeter, more like dessert-like versus bitter. And this one isn't as sweet as I would like, but I like theirs. We have Aftermarket. Community Goods, which I think might be my favorite if I'm going out and getting matcha. That one's in LA. Love her. She's so yummy. Then there's Becky's matcha that she made. I felt so honored that she made matcha for me that I was able to try it, and she was nervous I wouldn't like it. It was so fucking good. I had 2 glasses of it. Her matcha is incredible. There's Brew Story, really yummy. There was this one place in Pasadena, which I don't even know what like shop I was in. I had no idea where it was, but it was good. Was there another one? There was another one. I don't have a picture of it. Don't know where I was at, but it was yummy. So I've had a lot of matcha the past 2 weeks. All really good. I am having fun getting into matcha more, and I definitely want to keep experimenting and finding places that I know has good matcha, because matcha for me is one of those things where, like, if it's mid, I can't even drink it because I need it in such like a sweet dessert type way, which I know isn't like real matcha or whatever, but that's how I like it. Also, no one talk about the fact that my nail is fucked up. When I got the set done, which, how sexy are these nails, by the way? When she was doing my nails, we found out I have a crack in this fucking nail, so that's why she's not done. So she's healing. We will not accept any slander towards her whatsoever, okay? My next favorite, Salt and Stone body lotion. I've talked about in one of my previous monthly favorites that the Salt and Stone Nerolium Basil deodorant is like my favorite. It's my favorite deodorant I've ever tried, and I stand by that. It's the best smelling deodorant, for one. Two, it doesn't irritate my armpits because I am very sensitive to deodorant. And three, I feel like it holds up well over time. I knew that Salt and Stone had like body lotion, body wash, candles, and body mist and shit, and I'm very picky about body lotion. I'm very, very picky about how I like it. So I got the smaller version of the Nerolium Basil because that's my favorite scent, just to see if I like it before I take the plunge to spend $50. It's like $45 or $50 on the big size one, which is more than I would like to pay for a body lotion. This scent is like my favorite. I want it to match my deodorant so that way I'm more like, it feels all uniform. I really like for all my scents to go together, from my perfume to hair oil to deodorant to body lotion, body wash. Like, I feel better when I feel like they all come together to make like the perfect like Britney scent. So I'm gonna use her up, and then I'm going to eventually upgrade to the bigger one because I do think it's worth it. I really like the feel. I love the scent. So she slays. Love her. Another standout to me for September and October, being brave enough to try new experiences and to push through my anxiety. I've talked about my anxiety on here before, but if you don't know, I have pretty bad anxiety. I'm on Lexapro Xanax. Like, she is not a joke. I've spent so much of my life trying to deal with my anxiety by just avoiding things, and that can only get you so far. So I've been trying to be braver about trying things, both by myself and with people I trust. This most recent trip to New York was my first time taking the subway. I've taken the Long Island Railroad before, and like, I was a little nervous for that, but like, that was easier. The subway is way more cramped and packed, and it's super fucking hot, but I was like, I'm gonna be brave. I'm gonna try it. If I can't handle it, I'll get off. I did get off one stop early because I was getting overwhelmed, but the point was that I did it, right? I got on there. I lasted for as long as I could. I was only off by one stop. I also went to a show by myself, which was nerve-wracking. Like, I was meeting up with a friend after who was like working at the event, and she's such an angel. I love her so much. But like, for the majority of the show, I was there by myself, and I didn't really know the artist or anything, so I was just kind of like vibing in my own little bubble. I've been wanting to be able to do more things alone and be comfortable with it because I'm an introvert. I think I'm pretty independent. I have a great community. I have a really good support system, but being able to do things by myself and not be anxious about it is something that I've been trying to work on more. So those are really good experiences for me, and I'm proud of myself for pushing through it and at least trying. Even if I can't do it completely all the way that I would like to, it starts with being able to just start it. And like flying alone, I'm terrified of flying, not because I'm scared of airplanes, but because I get extremely claustrophobic on flights. The fact that I can't leave if I start panicking, I can't leave because I'm in the fucking air. Like, I can't get off the plane. So I've been flying more by myself this year. It's gotten easier each time, the more that I push myself to do it, and being kind to myself as well. So that's something I'm really proud of myself this year. I feel like I've made so much progress, even if I'm not where I want to be exactly yet. When I think of where I was at this time last year to now, I can see how much progress I've made and how much richer my life is. Be proud of yourself for all the little, for all the little steps you take. Small progress is still progress. And then next we have MAC's lipstick in Alone Time, which is what I'm wearing. I'm wearing it with a Huda Beauty like lip stain liner. If you've heard about this lipstick, you know that she went viral on TikTok, and I'm usually not someone who will buy things just for the sake of it being viral. I saw how beautiful the shade was, and I knew that it was something that would match me, assuming that I liked how it looked on me, but I already loved the shade on others. It's the perfect like nude soft brown color. There was one left at my local Ulta when I went to go check. They didn't even have the tester out. They just had one in stock. And I was like, I'm just gonna take a gamble on it. So I got it. Is she not beautiful? Like, I'm really happy with it. I really love the way MAC does colors. I wish it was a bit more long lasting, but I know it's not a lip stain. It's the luster glass lipstick, so she does kind of wear off easily, but she's so beautiful and it smells so fucking good. She does live up to the hype, in case you were also interested in trying her. And my final favorite for September and October were all the live shows that I went to. Okay, so like circling back to my anxiety, I love live music so much. I love going to concerts, but I am consistently anxious at them. No matter how excited I am to go to one, I know I will not feel good until I'm back from the concert, and then I can be like, oh, that was fun, like I had a good time. But they are very anxiety inducing for me. So prior to this year, I usually only go to one concert a year, if that. But for some reason, every artist, like my top artists that I love, were touring this year. Like, I've never been to this many shows in 1 year. But again, like I said, this is also helping me push through my anxiety. So throughout September and October, I saw Ethel Cain, which, oh my god, Ethel Cain is like my #1 artist. She's my like the favorite artist for me, and that was a religious experience, not even joking. That meant so much to me. And I got to see her with Sarah, my best friend. Saw that in New York, in Brooklyn. That was beautiful. And then in October in California, I got to see Chappell Roan with my other very, very, very close and dear friend Becky at the Pasadena Rose Bowl. First time seeing Chappell Roan. I was nervous about that one because there was no seats. It was all like GA standing, and I don't do very well at those, but I actually really pushed through it. And I was dancing and singing the entire time, which, you know, like Chappell's music is perfect for that, but I wasn't expecting that I would be able to let loose enough. And then saw Joe at the Greek Theater, which was my first time at the Greek Theater. I fucking love that venue. It was so chill. Everyone was really respectful, very calm, chill, fun vibes, which a rowdy, annoying crowd is kind of the worst thing ever at a concert. No matter how much I like an artist, if the crowd like really fucking sucks, I will just leave because my anxiety will not tolerate that. Really good show. That was Becky's first time seeing Joe. I got to hear Awake live for the first time, which I fucking loved. I'm very grateful to have been able to go to those 3 shows within the span of 2 months. So those were my September and October favorites. I promise you will get my November's favorites at the very end of November or the first like video for December. I promise you'll get it. I really love doing these, if you couldn't tell. I'm excited to get fully back into this. This has been such a good passion project for me this year. I hope you guys are still sticking with me and enjoying, and let me know your thoughts. And I will see you next Thursday. Okay, I love you, divas. Have a beautiful day. Happy Halloween. Yeah. Bye.